Hi, this is Vishnu. I will show you now the demo of Apartment Adda accounting module of Expense Tracker. Once you log in, you would be on this admin's dashboard where you would see this expense tracker. Let me just zoom in. Expense tracker is where you can track all the outgoing payments of the association or society. I will use the word association and society interchangeably. It means the same. So, in expense tracker, what you are able to see are the last 3 months payments that have happened. And here you are able to see the purchase requests that are open, which require the approval of the office bearers. So, when we go to view all, we are able to see list of all the vendors that the association has. So, they could be housekeeping vendor, security vendor, lift AMC, electricity, etc. And against each vendor we can beautifully store all the details of that particular vendor. We can store the contact details of the vendor. You can create a system of providing good vendor ID, like all vendors who provide for the gym can start with GYM and then 1 2 3 4 and so on. You can capture the details of the vendor, phone number, email ID, which is the expense head against which their expense is usually posted. You can capture the AMC start date and end date of the vendor. You can capture what rate you deduct the TDS for the particular vendor, what rate he charges the service tax, and what is their service tax registration number, PAN number, all details you can store, including what is the name in which the check has to be written for this vendor when you make the payment. You can also capture the bank details of the vendor. So every detail that you require about a vendor of your society is captured here. Now you are able to see that red dot for any vendor you are yet to make payment. So this Auditor Inc. has given me an invoice of 4,500. I am yet to make a payment. Whereas for gym, vendor gym, I don't have any payment due. So I can just click on the view button next to the vendor and look at all the details of the payments and invoices. So I can query from previous years also what are the dues and payments that I have against this particular vendor. So it will show me all the invoices they have paid and all the payments I have made. This is extremely useful for the times when the management committee changes, because any new management committee member can easily check against any vendor what dues and payments were made. So this is something that one cannot see in Tally because it will be offline and not everyone understands how to utilize Tally. This is a huge advantage that you get by keeping your expenses online. Now, if you want to enter the invoice, so let's say that today the housekeeping agency, which is let's say Green Valley, has given me a fresh invoice. I just have to enter it into this invoice button. In the sense, it could be either the treasurer or the accountant, or even the manager can enter the invoice very easily. The invoice number of the invoice has to be entered, date of the invoice, due date of the invoice, and what is the invoice amount has to be entered. And if it includes service tax, then what is the amount of service tax or percentage it includes. You can also choose that what is the TDS that you will deduct. See, if you look at this invoice, certain things are already pre-populated. It has pre-populated service tax, it has pre-populated TDS, it has pre-populated expense head and payee name. These are all coming from the vendor data, which I would have stored here. So I can enter all these details. So let's try this out. Let this be the invoice number. Total amount could be 6,000, and I include service tax, so that is 14.5. This is 14 and this is 0.5. 0.5, and I am going to deduct a 2%. So automatically on the right I can see the calculation done. That is, the total amount to be paid to the vendor is 5,895. 734 rupees will be posted in input service tax payable, 26 rupees towards Swachh Bharat cess, which is a component of service tax, and 105 rupees will be posted as TDS deductible. So all these details are already done. All you have to do is save it. If you want to attach certain invoices or anything, you can also do that. You can scan and attach it against this itself. So the complete invoice detail, the invoice as given by the vendor, can be captured here. Once it is captured, it is visible to you like this, that you as the treasurer would know that what payments are yet to be done. When you want to make payment, go to payment of this vendor. You will see the outstanding invoice. You can see which date it is due and all that. And when you are making a payment, just select the invoice. If you don't want to pay in full 4,500, you can overwrite the amount. Say you want to pay 3,000 as discussed with the vendor. And then you enter the check number with which you are paying the check, and that's it, which bank your check is from, your society bank, and you post the amount. That's it. Now if you want to get your check printed, what you have to do is that you just have to enter the check leaf, the number with which you are going to print, and just put the check leaf into the printer and say print check. So then your check will completely come printed with the amount, name of the payee and everything, and also the date as of which you are doing. So you don't have to handwrite the check. So that option is also there in Adda. So this will give you complete detail against the vendor, that you will be able to see their invoice, as I told you, as well as receipt. Let me show this to you just once again. The invoices which are entered, it would show up like this. It will have the main details with what is the tax deducted and what is the amount to be paid and things like that. If you want, you can print this part, though this is not of use because you have to store the hard copy invoice given by the vendor. That's a legal requirement. Then you can see the receipt also that you are paying. The receipt that you pay will show up like this. It will have your, it is the voucher kind of a layout that you usually handwrite, that will be automatically present. So you can actually get a signature from the vendor. Once they have gotten the payment, they can sign against this voucher as well, which you can file if you want to follow that process. Otherwise, it will be always there and online for you to refer. So this is the expense management that you have. Now, if you want to look at, you can create budget. So in your general ledger, you will be able to create budget for every expense head, and you can see what has been the actual expense against the budget. You can view the variance. You can see the expense comparison. So for each expense head, you can see month on month what has been the expense. So you can track how your common area electricity bill has been going and things like that. Purchase request is an area where, let's say that if the cultural committee wants to buy a new set of speaker, they can go to create purchase request, enter that, okay, we want to buy a speaker set, what is the detail of the purchase or detail of the speaker set they want. If they already know a particular vendor from who they want to purchase, any existing association vendor, they can select from here. They can give a tentative amount, how much the speaker will cost, and they can choose who are the approvers in your association, and they can save it. If they have already got quote from various vendors, they can also provide it as attachment. You will be able to do attachment after you save this. So once the purchase request is saved, it will show up in these open purchase requests. So you can look at this new speaker system. So you can view this. It will show you the complete detail of the purchase request, and you can see who all has approved and who all it is awaiting response. Any discussion that you all want to do within the management committee or approvers can happen right here instead of happening in email, so that all due diligence that you are doing against any purchase is recorded neatly against that purchase, who all had approved, which date and all that. So that is the purchase request module. Now in setup, you can look at what are the expense heads that are created, and other things like vendor categories and all that stuff you can set up. How to set up your expense tracker, that you can find in detail in the FAQ that is present here. And so these are the this is the setup screen, how it shows up. You can go to FAQ and find the complete detail on how to set up the expense tracker. Now, just like any accounting module in Adda, first tab is setup and last tab is reports. So in reports, you will be able to see a lot of expense reports like expense comparison pie chart, which will show you that what are the largest expense areas that you have, how much you are spending for what. So here I can see that largest expense area for my association is security, followed by housekeeping, followed by diesel. I can actually get the chart modified according to the detail that I want to go in. So this shows me the smaller expenses as well. You will be able to see this chart on year basis. Like this, you have multiple reports that are available to you, and you can also publish these reports. The reports that I have selected here, these are published for the residents as well. So they can see it on the notice board on Adda. So this is the demo of the expense tracker.